All right. If you would, come to your mat and you can choose a simple seated position, or if you're like me, you can go ahead and move into Shavasana or corpse pose. Just to begin, we're going to close our eyes. And can I get guys to mute? I think somebody's unmuted. And we'll just relax. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for showing up on your mat. And just breathe. This is sacred silence. We'll take a little bit of time just to pay attention to your breath. Go ahead and bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. And on your next inhale, inhale all the way to the top of your breath. When feeling that hand on your belly, push it gently and get all of the air out of your lungs on your exhale. And you can act like you're fogging up a mirror. Seal your lips and inhale to the top. When you get to the top of your breath, see if you can take one more sip of air. And when you get to the top, fog up that mirror again. Inhale at your own pace. And when you get to the top of your breath, find that complete exhale. It's interesting to learn that exhaling is almost more important, getting all of the air out, as inhaling. On your next inhale, seal your lips before you exhale, but keep that growling sound in the back of your throat. This is Ujjayi breath, and it helps to warm you up. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes and raise your hands above you, and nice good morning stretch with your hands facing each other. You can point your toes. And on the exhale, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice hug, and you can roll around on your lower back. This should feel like a good massage on that lower back. And start to move. And since both of you have done yoga before, we're going to just do some simple twists, and I'm going to turn on a little bit of music, and we can move, and you can twist, and you can turn, and we'll meet in table when we get there. You can just do some simple twists, whatever feels good in your body. Maybe stretch up, maybe twist to the side. Might feel good to get on your hands and knees and do some circles. Inhale, stretch, and your exhale, fold or twist. We will meet in tabletop. And let's take some cats and cows. Remember not to put all of your weight on your wrist. You can claw, you can actually even come on your fingertips. And on the inhale, we will drop our belly, lift your tail, and look up. On the exhale, arch, looking at your navel. Inhale, arch, like your tail up, sorry, not the arch. Exhale, arch like a scared cat. On the next arch, look over your right shoulder, bring your arch, your rear end over and look at your rear end. And so you might do some kind of twisting there. Look over at your other side. Inhale and look up. Exhale, arch into that cat position. Inhale, up. Then we'll tuck our toes and we'll come up onto our first downward dog of the day. And you can walk your dog. We're going to push with your arms. Your heels may never come to the mat, but you can push them in that direction. And then let's just take little tiny baby steps until our hands meet our feet. And then grab for opposite elbows. You can bend your knees until your belly is on your thighs. You can grab for opposite elbows and just sway gently. Your feet can be hip distance apart. They can be a little closer if you want. If you need to have more stability, you can move your feet a little further apart. And just let your head go like it's a coconut ready to fall off a tree. Just make sure your neck is just relaxed here. Slowly put your hands down towards the mat and do a half lift. Your hands can go on your shins or your thighs, not your knees. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and bend to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the left. This is Sun A. We're going to do this a couple of times together, and then you're going to go on your own to some music. So up through the, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant. And if flowing is in your practice, you can go ahead and put your knees down for this first one. As we move to the mat, make sure your elbows graze the side of your body and come all the way down. For this first one, let's do Sphinx pose. Put your arms down and just gently bend your back up. To get to downward dog, you can come through table pose, or you can push yourself up, and we will meet in downward dog. For 3 breaths here. Go ahead and travel to the top of your mat. You can take those baby steps. You can step, you can jaw hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left, grabbing that wrist. Should feel a good pull in your right side body. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands and take your flow. Or not, you can skip it. You can always go into child's pose at any time you want to as well. 3 breaths in downward dog, and you can walk your dog if you need to. Okay, one more time together, and then we will flow. So travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center again. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant and move through the flow, or not. You can always just skip it and go to downward dog, table, or even child's pose. I'm gonna turn on some music and you can flow on your own through this next song. Oops. Sorry, I'm having.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget to breathe. will meet in downward dog as soon as you finish whatever side you're on. Or well, we don't have sides on this one, rather. As you get to downward dog, we will meet there. So our spines should be nice and warm now. So now we're going to work on opening up our hips a little bit with Sun B. So go ahead, take a few breaths here. You can always take a child's pose for a minute if you'd like to as well. Take a couple breaths. And come back up to downward dog. And we will travel to the top of our mat again, baby steps or however you want to get there. This time, having your feet close, if you'd like your toes to touch, your heels don't need to, or if you want a little bit of space, we're heading for chair pose. So we're going to half lift, inhale, exhale, forward fold, and this time bend in your knees, and you'll come up, and you're squatting with your seat, your back, and lift your hands up. Holding that, we're going to take our right arm and swing it back and open out to the right. Inhale, staying in that chair. Exhale, swing your left arm back and open out like a T to the left. Inhale, rise all the way up and stretch to the sky. You can take a slight back bend here and look up if your back and neck allow this. On the exhale, we will forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant, and chaturanga, we will flow. You know, you can always come down to your knees. You can always skip this part if you want to. Remember to have those elbows grazing the side of your body. Cobra or up dog, and then downward dog. Planting that left foot, we'll send our right foot up into the sky. Bring your knee to your nose. And that right foot back up. Then we will send our right foot through. You might need to help it with your hand if you need to get it through. Then pivot your back foot to a 90-degree angle there. And we will come up into warrior two, gazing over your right fingertip. Then pivot that back foot over, and we will come down on our left hand and open up to the right for butterfly twist. So our right foot is up, our left hand is down, and we are looking up. Then frame that front foot and send it back, and we will flow. Upward dog or cobra, downward dog. Plant that right foot. Inhale the left one to the sky. Bring your knee to your nose. Send your leg back up. And then bring your foot between your hands, your left foot between your hands. Pivot that back foot. Come up, leaving your front knee bent. Inhale, arms up. We'll take a warrior two. And then we'll cartwheel our arms around. The right hand will come inside the left foot this time, pivoting on that back foot up on your toes. Butterfly twist. Then exhale, bringing your hands back to frame your foot. Send your other foot back. And we will flow or skip it and stay in downward dog if you want to. And then at the end of this third part, take 3 breaths in downward dog or table or child's if you need a rest. All right, I will take you through this one more time. So travel to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and come up in your chair, hands up. Exhale that right arm back, twist your body to the right. Inhale back through center. Left arm goes down, look to the left. Inhale, Rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant and travel into your little push-up, your yogi push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Planting that left foot. Kick up your right foot straight behind you, keeping your hips level. Bring your knee to your nose. Send that foot right back up. Exhale it in between your hands. Pivoting, come up into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheeling your arms down, left hand inside, right arm up for dragonfly twist. Frame your foot, send it back, and you will flow through that yogi push-up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Planting your right foot, send your left foot up. Knee to your nose. Send that foot up again. Exhale your foot through between your hands. Pivot that back foot. Come up into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands around. Right hand inside the left foot. Left hand up. Twisting. Should feel a good twist there. And then frame your foot and send it back. And we will flow again. And you can skip any of these flows that you want to. All right, let's try it with some music. I'll try to remind you of a few clues, but you can move at your own pace. You can take anything out you don't like. You can add anything else that you do like. And you can spread your knees wide, sit back towards your heels, come forward into a child's pose. And you should feel your heart rate. Go ahead and breathe naturally. And your heartbeat should start to slow down. Go ahead and come up in our first yin pose for today. And I'm going to give 3 variations that we can do, and it's pigeon or figure 4. And if you do a traditional pigeon pose, that's fine. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that one first. That's the one, where your leg is down. You've got and I always have to put a little bit of a pillow or something, usually a little towel or something underneath to do that. And we're going to hold this pose for a while. So if that's what you'd like to do. The other thing, and you get the same stretch, and it's a little bit easier, is to lie on your back. And you'll cross your right leg over your knee. And then you'll take your right hand and that keyhole that you made, you'll put your hand through it and you'll grab for your shin. And you'll just hold your shin there and we'll breathe into that pose. Third option, I was thinking, and this one's fun, but this only works if you have a wall that you can get to, and I forgot to tell everyone to do that. So if you do have a wall, you can do legs up the wall here. So you get your rear end as close to the wall as you can, and legs go up. And then you'll cross that left leg over your knee, and then start to walk your foot down the wall. And you can kind of let gravity do that same stretch that you would, with your hand through. And that's the other way that you can do that. So 3 choices: traditional pigeon, or just created that keyhole and you're holding. I think I did it backwards. We did it doesn't matter which one that you do first, but whichever side you do first. Just relax and breathe, whichever one of those that you picked to do. Don't forget to breathe. Relax that space between your eyebrows. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw. Let your foot just flop, your left foot flop or your right foot flop. Sink into the ground. Relax your shoulders. Slowly unwind and bring your feet to meet each other on the mat. You can gently, you can put your arms out to the side and you might gently, for a counter pose, just windshield wiper your legs very slowly. And then whichever one of those three poses that you picked on one side, you can pick on the other. The other side might feel totally different. Remember, you can do traditional pigeon. You can do figure four, where you're going to put your, I think I started with the right leg, so your left leg crossed, whichever one you didn't do last time, and reach through and you can grab. Or if you'd like to practice legs up the wall, you can do it that way. Relax your arms at your side if you're at the wall, if you're make sure you're relaxed through your shoulders, jaw. Feel yourself sinking into the ground. Remember, you should never feel any shooting pain. There might be some discomfort, but not shooting pain. If you feel shooting pain, please back out. slowly start to unwind and move yourself into a gentle seated position. And we will, let's do some eagle arms. And if eagle arms, that's the one where we're going to twist. If that doesn't work for you, you can just grab for opposite shoulders and give yourself a hug here. You should get a good stretch. Let's do our legs first. So sit with your legs out in front of you. And you can just take your right leg and put it up over your right so that you have your left, so that you have your knees in front of you. If you want to participate with the whole pose, you can bring, instead of keeping your left foot straight, you can bend that one so that it comes back. And so your knees are kind of forward. This is going to look different in everybody's body. If that doesn't work for you, you can just leave the one leg out, the left leg out, right leg up, and your right leg is crossed over, eagle legs, or we can put back like this for the full pose. Let's take our left arm under our right, and we're going to twist and then grab for your palms, and your elbows are in front of you. And you should feel a good stretch in your elbows. Again, remember, if this is too much, you don't have to do this. You can grab for opposite shoulders and then stretch up a little bit. And then with a flat back, you can start to lean forward, or wherever you feel like you're getting the best stretch. If you want to stay looking up, that works. If you feel like you're getting a good stretch leaning forward, you can do that as well. Can stay in your pose. I'm going to try to figure out where my music went. Just hold that and breathe. Sure you're breathing. gently start to unwind. And we will repeat that on the other side. So you can shoot your legs out in front of you. And this time your left leg will go on top, your right foot coming over. And then you can stay like this, or you can bring your left foot back. So your opposite knee should be on top. And you will take your right arm under your left this time for those eagle arms. Or if you're hugging, you'll have your opposite, whichever elbow you had on top last time will be the opposite. So right arm under for taking the full pose for eagle pose. And give yourself a stretch up. And then perhaps bend forward. And you should feel a good stretch in your shoulders. You can let your head go as you lean forward, if that works in your body. Make sure you're breathing. Gently unwind and maybe take a nice slow stretch. And let's come down to the floor and bring your knees up. And we're going to twist. So take your arms out wide. Twisting is really great for the digestive system. And you can either simply just bring your knees to the right, or if you want an extra twist, you can cross your left leg over your right, kind of pretzel your legs and twist. Either way is fine. So you can either have just your legs together. If you're uncomfortable and it doesn't quite hit the ground, you can take a pillow or something there. And you're going to twist. Have your arms out, palms up. And if it works in your neck, you can turn your head to the left and look over at your left hand. So your legs are to the right and you're looking to the left. You should feel a good stretch in your left side. And breathe here. Back up through center, gently unwinding if you round your legs. And we will take that twist on the other side. The other side will probably feel totally different. Remember, again, you can just send both knees over, or you can twist, take your right leg and put it over your left if you want an extra twist. Gently twist to the left, keeping your shoulders on the ground. If it works in your head and your neck and your shoulders, turn your head and look at your right hand. And just relax into the floor. Gently unwind. Bring your knees back up into your chest and gently roll. And then do whatever your body is craving. A good one here can be happy baby, where you grab for your toes of your feet or your outside of your foot or just your shins. Just roll around a little bit. If you feel like you want to do bridge or you want to do a shoulder stand, any last thing that your body feels like you need, slowly moving. We will move for our final resting for the evening into Shavasana. Lying back down, palms up if you want to receive energy, palms down if you need more grounding. Your heels should be spread a little bit apart there, a little wider than hip distance. Let your toes just drop to the corners of your mat. Close your eyes, pay attention to your breath and see how you feel. Just sink into the mat, sink into the earth. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, keeping your eyes closed though. Take that good morning stretch, arms over your head, toes pointed. And then roll to your favorite side, bending your knees into a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Just see how you're feeling. Check in with your body. How are you feeling? When you're ready, push yourself up to a gentle seated position. Your hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. The light in me shines to the light in you. I bow to you.